And you're still living with her?
No, huh?
When did you split up with your second wife?
Oh man, I've had so many wives. Dmytro, I've been through these civil marriages more times than I can count. The bank started snatching 50% of my paycheck the moment it hit my Sberbank card, just taking it right off the top. So I was like, nope, not paying the bank anymore. It's totally unfair. Haven't given those bloodsuckers a dime in years.
How many did they count?
I was nearly $1 million in debt. What do they call this? Some kind of evacuation or whatever. But they were actually going there on their own. For some reason, they did it themselves. Someone was already wheeling someone else in a cart. We started encountering these so-called blood brothers.
Don't say that.
Well, I don't know what to call these Russian soldiers of ours. How?
Pitiful wounded invaders.
They were hauling the dead bodies. Some guys were already gone. And there we were, trudging along the same damn trail. Just 11 kilometers to Novogrodovka. Since the commander was badly wounded, all bloody and messed up, I laid him down, gave him a shot. He got hit twice. The commander was a Tatar guy. They called him Hakim. I patched him up, wrapped up all his wounds real tight. I did what I could.
Do you consent to the recording and publication of this conversation?
Yes.
Come on, I really don't know. That's why I'm asking. All right, let's talk about your family first. Got any brothers or sisters?
2 brothers, the little one and the big one.
All right, how much older is the older one?
Well, 8 years older than me, yes, 58.
58, what's his job?
He's a level 2 disabled guy. No arms, no legs. They had to cut off his limbs. Poor dude got frostbite on him.
How could he have frozen them?
On the night shift. On New Year's, they showed up for work. Had a few drinks, I guess.
When was it?
It's been like 4 years already, maybe even 5.
How hammered did this guy have to get, seriously? What kind of shifts were these? What were they doing?
Welder.
Understood. The younger one?
The younger one has a job, lives with his mom in some small town.
Oh, what's his job?
He works odd jobs and as a mechanic attendant at a gas station.
Why isn't he out there fighting?
He's got epilepsy. He's not planning to fight. The guy's, getting up there in years already, 47 years old.
What's up with your teeth?
I'm 47. Well, they just fell out. Not here. I didn't even get to do anything.
Just like every other Russian. How many Russians have you actually seen out there?
I agree.
Out of all the Russian POWs you've seen, let's say about 100 guys, how many of them actually had a full set of teeth? Any guesses?
Just a few, right?
Why do Russians have such bad teeth?
We're having money issues. Dental work costs an arm and a leg these days.
You're a representative of a superpower, aren't you? You guys have risen from your knees or whatever, right? Your old fart said you guys have finally gotten off your knees. He was saying,
well, he said,
we rose from our knees but lost our teeth.
We worked shifts. I planned to fix my eyes first, then deal with my teeth.
We'll get there. Are you well, mother, father?
Dad died.
What was the cause and date of his death?
He suffered from bronchial asthma. He had suffered from bronchial asthma his entire life, and he was born in 1942, already quite elderly.
When did he die?
About 5 years ago, I wasn't home.
What's the cause of death?
He was coughing, had bronchial asthma, was undergoing treatment, and it was like this all the time,
And what?
Well.
Did he drink?
No, he was fishing, he did not drink, he was a driver his whole life.
Nobody dies from asthma, come on.
He was getting on in years already.
In 2020?
I wasn't around home. I was always either working these long shifts away or living in some other city.
I see, okay, good. What about your wife and kids?
I've been divorced for a long time now, and I have a son named Dmytro, born in 98.
How old is he now, in years?
26.
Is he fighting in the war?
No, he's not going to go.
Why the heck won't he go? Don't talk like that.
I'm dead serious. He's definitely not going to go. Well, I've never heard him say anything like that. He's against the war.
What's his line of work?
He's a high-rise construction guy, like a tower rigger or something. They're fixing up houses there, putting in new windows and all that stuff.
So you only had one wife, huh?
Yeah, I got hitched. One wife. Well, I've had some common law marriages.
Why do you guys never actually tie the knot? Always just shacking up together without the paperwork.
I got hitched once. Then we popped out a son. And after that, I took off for another job. Ended up getting married again there, without papers deal.
So, in short,
my wife and I broke up because of me.
Let's try a different approach. Education.
Secondary vocational education.
So what's your job?
Tower crane operator. How amusing.
The crane operator hasn't arrived yet. Come on, I'm just curious. What am I curious about regarding the crane? Have your cranes fallen?
No, they didn't fall, but they went off the tracks.
Got it, all right. What year did you graduate from that technical college?
94.
In 90.
Not a technical college, but just a vocational school.
Well, vocational schools, yeah, they're all the same to me. Vocational schools. What did you do after that? Mandatory military service, right?
I got called up for my mandatory military service.
As what? Where?
From Khabarovsk city, got drafted into mandatory service, ended up in the construction battalion.
Uh-huh. So you're in the construction battalion, huh?
And there was this one Chechen unit there,
Yeah.
and they offered us to become master sergeant. Everyone, literally every single one of us, those who felt like it. They weren't even talking about war, just about joining the master sergeant school. We had no clue the war had already kicked off. We had no clue what was going down in Chechnya. We were just building houses, passing bricks around like nothing was happening.
So you headed to Chechnya, huh?
No, we didn't go to Chechnya. We just spent 2 weeks during wartime. We were at the Master Sergeant School at Krasnaya Rechka, Red River. RFMD, the Red Banner Far Eastern Military District.
So you got yourself the rank of Master Sergeant, huh?
In 1995, I got my Master Sergeant rank, and they dumped me in the city of Khabarovsk. We got stuck serving, filling in for the guys who were shipped off to the war in Chechnya. Was young Master Sergeant. I ended up as a chemist, a tank battalion instructor.
Chemist instructor, so that's like nuclear, biological, and chemical protection, huh?
Yeah, like CBRN defense. I was just checking out the fueling station.
I get it, basically.
Gas masks, first aid kits.
I get it, that's not exciting. What happened next when you decided to quit? I'm curious about the aftermath of your decision.
I finished my mandatory service time and they kicked me out because the contract terms didn't match up.
What was wrong with that?
Well, I was young, just wanted to have fun, you know. Unofficially remarried in Khabarovsk.
So your first wife is from Khabarovsk, huh?
No, she's my girlfriend. I found myself a girl and was living with her. Yeah, a young girl. We hit it off. And I left alone from Khabarovsk back to Krasnoyarsk.
Home, basically home. When did you get back home?
In 1995.
What were you up to?
I used to work on cranes.
Have you been working on cranes your whole life?
Yeah, I've been working on cranes for 23 years now. Quite the career.
So when do crane operators retire?
In the past, they retired at 45.
Hold on, as far as I understand, crane operators are considered to be in a dangerous category.
Dangerous, yeah. The job is dangerous as hell, but hey, they gave us a pension based on years served. So I guess there's that.
I see. All right, moving on. So check this out. In 1995, you kicked off your career as a crane operator. 2005, 2015. That's a span of 10 years, plus another 3 years on top of that, bringing us to 2018. The total time elapsed is 13 years. Okay, 5 more years where?
Well, I've also worked in other jobs throughout my career. I've had experience in various positions, installation of riggers in cities.
In short, it's always been about construction.
Construction company, yeah. I used to work a lot with Ukrainian crews back in the day. We traveled together before all that 2014 mess happened.
Yeah, I get it. When did you get married for the first time?
In 98.
In Krasnoyarsk?
In Krasnoyarsk region.
In Krasnoyarsk region, obviously. A son was born there, Dima. Same name as mine, but he's Russian, of course. When did you divorce?
Well, officially she filed for divorce. I didn't even sign anything. That's how things roll in Russia these days.
I get it. So when did you split up?
We officially split up in 2012. Well, we had some romantic encounters. I was helping her out.
So why did you split up?
I went to work shifts in a city about 40 kilometers away from our place. I got hitched to this gal who operates cranes for a living.
What? You got yourself a second wife?
We were living together. Not officially married. She's a crane operator. I'm a crane operator. We ended up shacking up together.
So basically, while your wife was still around, you moved in with another woman?
Well, yes.
So what year did that happen?
So, 2008, 2009, 2009 to 10 we lived.
So the kid stayed with your ex-wife, huh?
He was with his mom, and then my parents swooped in and took him away.
When did your first wife discover you were seeing someone else?
I think 40 kilometers there is not much. I rarely started coming home. She figured it out right away. But then again, she lived and worked there, and she wasn't exactly seeing any guys. Then she moved to this city. She probably started seeing someone there too, you know. Well, we helped each other out and raised our son together. Sometimes Sunday dad and mom. He was staying at my parents' house.
So why did your parents take him away?
My parents were pretty strict, you know.
Your parents are strict, sure, but they clearly did a lousy job raising you. Well, you went and hooked up with another woman while your wife was still in the picture and ditched your own kid. Perhaps there was a slight issue with your upbringing.
Well, yeah, I guess I jumped the gun a bit.
No, wait, you said it yourself, and they're strict, kind of proper, right?
My son was brought up right.
All right, yes, and what about you?
I lived with them until I was 17, then split for the city to study and crashed in a dorm.
Got it, all right. So, did you make a baby with your second wife?
No, I don't have any other kids.
One? And did she have a child?
No.
And you're still living with her?
No, huh?
When did you split up with your second wife?
Oh man, I've had so many wives. Dmytro, you know, I've been through these civil marriages more times than I can count.
How many?
Well, like 4 or 5, I guess.
I see. You had your fun and then just ditched them. In the Russian language.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Well, I mean, I'm speaking Russian here, you know.
Of course. I get it.
Well, would you look at that? 5 wives, seriously. Well, like, okay, fine. Have you done time in prison?
Did time for a year and a half.
So why aren't you telling me about your prison stay, huh? What's that all about?
For a year and a half, I was locked up under Article 11, Part 2.
Who did you rough up?
We were knocking back a few drinks together.
Makes sense. So you're the ones who beat him up, right?
Yeah, but I dragged him to the hospital, so they only slapped me with a year and a half in the end. He survived, had surgery, and paid $75,000.
What did you do to him and why?
We were knocking back a few drinks. He's a bit younger than me, and then he started. He overpowered me.
You know why I'm asking? I see you didn't want to talk about it.
Why this? You didn't even ask me any questions.
But I did ask you already. What kind of cool stuff did you do? I was just thinking about you operating a crane or something.
So there I was, back at it on the crane again.
Well, see, you could have just said you spent another year and a half in prison. Who you were in the zone?
As a straight-up inmate.
As a straight-up inmate?
In the industrial zone, yeah. I was working on a crane.
Basically. I see. When did you go to war?
In 2024, in August 23rd. The date. 24.
August 23rd, 2020. Well, that's just typical Russian throwing dates around haphazardly. So why did you end up going there?
Well, I owed Sberbank some money, got myself into that financial hole when I started working at the Boguchanskaya hydroelectric power station. My ex-wife's brother suggested it to me to be his guarantor. We worked together as crane operators in another city, about 40 kilometers away. He even managed to find himself a wife there. We ended up buying a car together so we could drive back home.
What kind of car do you drive?
Caldina, looks like a Toyota. I don't drive, so what do I know? I was just riding shotgun. We just picked it up for 300,000, I reckon.
In 2008?
Back in 2008, for 300,000 rubles. My wife's brother in Krasnoyarsk bought a car on credit. At first, my wife's brother managed the loan payments while I had a job, but then her brother disappeared and suddenly me and 2 other guarantors. We told the bank that we'd be handling the payments now since he's vanished into thin air.
So where did he vanish to?
Well, initially we tracked him down in the Krasnoyarsk region and he promised he'd pay off the loan. He made 1 payment on the spot, which was enough to keep the bank happy, but then he took off.
So did your buddy take the car or what?
Yeah, he sold it off and took off to the Far East and vanished there. My buddy wasn't even on social media. And get this, the bank started snatching 50% of my paycheck the moment it hit my Sberbank card, just taking it right off the top. So I was like, nope, not paying the bank anymore. It's totally unfair. Haven't given those bloodsuckers a dime in years.
How many did they count?
I was nearly $1 million in debt.
Quite a lot. And did your partner in crime get tallied up too?
Yeah, and my partner in crime too.
So basically you came to kill us for cash, huh?
Well, I didn't exactly go there to kill anyone.
Oh, so what did you go there to do? Work on a crane or something?
Look, when the military recruiter showed up, he came to our village.
So what if they lied to you and told you that you wouldn't be going to war? That doesn't change a damn thing.
In Russia, they made an offer to warrant officers. In 2023, I signed the contract because Lieutenant Colonel Raya basically shoved it in my face. Konstantin Viktorovich showed me they were shipping me off to Milerovo in Rostov region to serve as a warrant officer. He told me, "You're not going anywhere, buddy." Said I was too old and practically blind already. I started telling them there that I'm not going to be one of those assault troops. No way.
How much did they promise to pay you for signing that contract, huh?
Money.
Yes.
So they promised us $800, 400 from the president and 400 from the governor, grand total of 800. Here's the funny part. When you're off to war, they actually let you keep using your Sberbank card. How thoughtful, right? I was already able to get a Sberbank card, and would you believe it? They weren't even taking money out of it for my debt. They're wiring over 800,000 rubles. They promised to transfer the money in a month after I arrived at the military unit and got the money there.
Did you get it?
I received it, someone did not. But they weren't going to give me all the money up front.
I don't believe him. He knew damn well he was heading to war because, come on, they don't hand out 800,000 just for you to sit pretty as a warrant officer in the rear. And then what? You'll pocket 50,000 rubles? So tell me, how much money did they actually promise you?
I have no idea. It depends on what position you hold.
Did the military commissar mention anything to you about this?
He didn't say a word.
It was written there in the contract. Did you read it?
I only had it like... It says not as a prerequisite, but, well, just to show up here.
Reporting order?
Reporting order. There wasn't anything else written there.
He's lying, and here's why. He totally knew he was going to war, because they don't just hand out 800,000 rubles to regular army recruits. Come on! They don't give. Well, I'm already experienced in these matters. Why are you trying to cheat? Trick me! Well, just recently.
No, I'm not even trying to.
It's not like anything's gonna change for me anyway. So you're trying to convince me that by signing a contract where they promise you 800,000 rubles, almost $1 million, more cash than you've ever seen in your life, they won't ship you off to war? Seriously? Lies. Well, can you prove me wrong?
So 800,000 is the largest number here in our region.
That's right. These are just the signing bonuses in each region for those who sign up to go to war. And they told you all about it, didn't they?
I trusted the commissar when he said I'd be kept away from the front lines.
They promised you a salary of 195,000 and a nice fat signing bonus. That's what they said, isn't it?
Well, they were saying there's a one-time bonus and then the salary would supposedly be 195,000.
195.
195 possible?
Uh-huh. Well then.
Or maybe it'll turn into 210 later.
Oh, got it. So it's 210,000 rubles just for sitting around at the military base. That's your grand idea, huh? Basically, you were a drifter, dodging bailiffs because someone stuck you with their loan. And now look at you. Almost 50 years old. How old were you that year?
49 years old.
At 49 years old, they're like, here's an 800,000 bonus for you, 210,000 salary. Just go be a warrant officer at the unit. How convenient, right? You're turning out to be a kind of golden man, aren't you?
I've known the military commissar for a long time, so I trusted the guy. You know, I thought I'd just stay put in Russia. Wasn't planning on going anywhere else.
So you signed the contract on August 23rd, huh? Good for you. What's gonna happen next?
We hopped on a train to Krasnoyarsk, then caught a flight from Novosibirsk to Rostov, and from there we were hauled around in buses. So we crossed the border with Ukraine, huh? Looks like I've officially stepped onto Ukrainian soil. Yenakiieve.
Yenakiieve. When was this?
September 15th or 14th.
Got it. So when did you end up as a POW?
Ended up in October already. October 14th.
In a month, yeah. How many combat missions did you have?
Just one combat mission.
One mission and straight to POW camp? Seriously?
Well, I can tell you.
So I'm curious about...
So in Yenakiieve, we had some training drills going on. We went to the range 3 times for training. I told everyone there. I gave the documents to headquarters. I left all my documents behind. Passport, military ID, tickets, deployment order. Just like you said. And my commanders tell me, go to Novogrodovka with the group. I wasn't even a group commander. Wasn't anybody really. They didn't even bother giving me a military rank. No one there has high ranks. I checked my military ID, and guess what? It just says rifleman. Nothing special, just a regular soldier gunner, no job title. And then you'll be off to Milerovo, just as your little marching orders say. We'll sort it out there, he says, after Novogrodovka. Yeah, right. We started with 4 groups of 8 people each, but sick individuals began dropping out.
What were you guys using to get around?
We rode in a Kamaz truck all the way to Avdiivka. Then we loaded up those buggy vehicles. Yeah. And went.
4 guys crammed into one buggy?
Yeah, let's head over to the village of Zhelanoye. We headed out to Zelano, and it was already, well, there it was. It was under occupation. That's right, Zelanoye. That's what the village is called.
Does the village look nice?
Well, Zelanoye was already reduced to rubble by our guys when we arrived. We pulled up, and those who dropped us off took off. And they told us that from here on out, we'd be hoofing it on foot to Novogrodovka, on the trail. And then we started to notice on the trail that they're advancing from Novogrodovka. What do they call this? Some kind of evacuation or whatever. But they were actually going there on their own. For some reason, they did it themselves. Someone was already wheeling someone else in a cart. We started encountering these so-called blood brothers.
Don't say that.
Well, I don't know what to call these Russian soldiers of ours. How?
Pitiful wounded invaders.
They were hauling the dead bodies. Some guys were already gone. And there we were, trudging along the same damn trail. Just 11 kilometers to Novogrodovka.
How many of them did you run into?
Many.
So what, like 3 of them?
The person? No, not anymore. The WAA, wounded in action, were...
So, how many were there? About 30, right?
KIA, killed in action, more, even more.
So, is there a number for that? But give or take, I get that you can't pinpoint it exactly.
Well, for those 11 kilometers, I'd say we had over 100 killed in action, and at least that many wounded too.
Were the dead soldiers just scattered around, or were they being hauled away?
No, they were just lying there, all charred and burnt up.
Got it. Keep going.
So we finally dragged ourselves to Novogrodovka. I was part of a military unit. We were hanging out in Novogrodovka until the 25th, and then our commander rounded us all up at some other apartment. A guide showed up to fetch us. The buggies were already waiting outside the house, and we got the order to roll out. We rolled into the village of Lisovka. They told us to sneak into the village quietly and gave us just an hour to get our stuff together before heading out. We grabbed all our stuff and hit the road. We grabbed a couple of mags each for our assault rifles. We hopped into the buggies. And off we went. The very first drone caught up with us right as we were leaving Novogrodovka. And then he started to escort us, as they say. That's it. Well, we finally got here. They shot out our tire when we were halfway there. We didn't quite reach Lisovka village. We were bringing up the rear because, wouldn't you know it, our driver had absolutely no idea where the hell he was going. 3 vehicles were up ahead and they rolled into the village of Lisovka while we pulled up right before Lisovka and bailed out of our ride. The driver's like, I have no clue where to go from here. The driver flat out refused to go anywhere and bolted into the woods. We didn't even know the driver, actually. The radio was only with the commander, and he was trying to get in touch with someone, but there was no signal at all. Couldn't receive messages, couldn't send them, neither on the Russian radios nor on those Chinese knockoffs. I didn't see any communication happening after that.
Uh-huh.
By the second day, we were completely out of water. We started looking around, trying to figure out where the hell we were and what was nearby. Spotted a village and some houses further down the road. Our commander had a phone with a map on it. The commander from Novogrodovka had a map on his phone, you know. The map had coordinates showing where to head. We were supposed to reach some kind of position. Our people are already there. Just keep going, keep going. Where to go? The commander, he says. And this group leader, he was pretty seasoned, you know. He was drafted, obviously not his first rodeo in combat. We didn't chat much, though. Even. Then in our group, 2 guys got hit. Just minor wounds, shrapnel from grenades. I got hit too, but nothing serious. Eventually, it all healed up by itself. Then we moved from the basement to this ravine.
What happened next?
Then our commander got hit and was going downhill day by day. After that, we were getting hammered with mortar fire. Then we moved back down to that same basement again, because all the other basements were already filled with dead bodies. Just Russian corpses, that's all. Haven't seen any others. Well, I didn't see any of your Ukrainian guys, dead bodies, not wounded, not killed. You guys take everyone away pretty quickly. You definitely dig them, as it later turned out. So basically, they started bombing us while we were in this basement. They dropped gas on us. It was like a grenade launcher shot, just with gas instead. And me, being a chemical engineer, I knew exactly what to do. I soaked a rag with water, dropped to the floor, and told everyone to do the same. Well, I knew that hitting the floor was the only way to survive the gas. 2 guys dropped to the ground, but this other dude just couldn't take it. Instead of getting low, he panicked and started scrambling up the stairs to get out of that basement. A drone slammed right into it. His chest was blown open, he fell into the basement, then back out, and died. After that, only 3 of us were left. The commander and the 2 of us, Roman and me. There were only 3 of us left, and the commander goes, "We got to get out of here." So, following his orders, we started making our way into the woods. We headed out in daylight, so we could actually see something. Once the drones buzzed off, we made our way into the tree line, had to dash across one by one, like some weird game of tag. That's where we finally bumped into our commander. I never saw Roman again.
And where did he disappear to?
Roman vanished. At first I heard some explosions going off, someone was firing shots. Well, obviously they were dropping explosives from the drone. I didn't see how he died, but I never bumped into him anywhere after that.
Well, I get it, yeah.
I ran into the commander over there in the woods. I stepped into the woods and there he was, right in front of me. From the forest further ahead, I spotted this isolated house just standing there. It was half wrecked, had a basement, but I couldn't manage to get inside it. Since the commander was badly wounded, all bloody and messed up, I laid him down, gave him a shot. He got hit twice. The commander was a Tatar guy. They called him Hakim. I patched him up, wrapped up all his wounds real tight. I did what I could. He says, "Maybe you should just save yourself and leave me behind." But I didn't want to take off on my own without him. Yeah, I stayed with him.
Russians don't leave their own behind.
I quietly dragged him to the basement, which was right next to the house. This house was storing Polish aid in boxes for folks, humanitarian stuff. So there was some Polish pate over there. I've bumped into him in Novogrodovka several times with this so-called humanitarian aid, where half the house was stuffed with water bottles, boxes of butter, food supposedly from Polish assistance. Some kind of American canned fish, like preserves. The commander perked up a bit after grabbing some food, downing some juice, and surprise, surprise, feeling better. I took off, but the commander decided to hang back in the basement. Yeah, he's alive. I found a spring with cold water not far from here, coming from the swamp. It was flowing right back into that swamp. I found it over there, not far from the basement. I started to leave quietly. Everything was silent, no one around. The village is far away. The houses are even further, visible from afar. The Ukrainian army's positions were also quite a distance away, and it was dead silent. We later found out we were totally surrounded. I stepped out, and there were 5 guys. The clearance team is standing, 5 scouts. Come out.
What unit was it?
I was basically living off their dime after that. This unit was supporting me. It was the 25th Brigade, those recon guys, paratroopers. Here they detained me and read to me that now they're saying the Geneva Convention is in effect, supposedly. Are you surrendering? Well, if you're surrendering voluntarily and telling us everything, then go ahead and have a little chat with your commander over the radio, right here in 2 minutes. That's it. Your guys somehow have communication working. Go figure. So they've got everything set up. They made contact over the radio and they're like, bring him over here.
So, where was your commander hiding out?
That's it. Your guys told us to drag the wounded commander on our backs. They gave him a shot. Well, they call it Nefopan, some kind of painkiller they've got, something different.
In short, the 2 of you were captured.
No, he didn't survive.
He didn't survive, and honestly, good riddance.
I lugged him for about 400 meters, put him down under an apple tree, and that's where he breathed his last. He wasn't badly hurt.
Excellent.
Well, they hauled me off to the base camp where they were all hanging out.
Well, what happened to you next isn't interesting. So when did you actually get captured? September 14th?
Yes.
That's it, I'm done. Not interested in the rest.
Got it.
It's Mom. Hello.
I'm listening.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you.
Do you know me?
Well, not at the moment.
Got it. My name is Dmytro. I'm a journalist from the FSB. Oops, I mean from Ukraine. Your son is in captivity. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, he's free to have a chat with you now. If you want to have a chat with him, I'll need you to agree that I can record and post this conversation online.
Oh, no.
Can I say something? She's scared of everything, poor old thing.
Again, will you be speaking with him?
I don't even know.
She's afraid.
Be quiet.
What's the point of talking to him anyway?
Will you speak with him or not?
Oh, why didn't you call me before?
Well, it's evening here, not night. How would I know that it's night where you are? So let me ask you one more time. Do you have any way to talk to your son who's been stuck in captivity for 8 months already? Even more. If you want to talk to him, you need to agree that I'll record the conversation.
No, don't.
You're not going to talk to your son?
I'm afraid.
Scared, huh? What's got you so spooked anyway? How old are you?
I'm 80 years old.
80. Turn on the light. Why are you sitting there in the dark like that? You're 80 years old, for crying out loud. Seriously, what could you possibly be afraid of at your age? What are they going to do to you anyway?
It's already midnight over here.
So what if it's 12 o'clock p.m.?
Oh, the light bulb just died on us. Let me turn the light on. And why the hell not? No electricity, it's a freaking nightmare. The wind is crazy strong here, and we've been absolutely buried in snow.
Well, look at that. Snow's been coming down.
The power's out.
No electricity. Some superpower this is, huh? Yeah, in short.
We've got really strong winds blowing here.
Oh, the wind, huh?
Hurricane. And we've got about 1/2 meter of snow dumped on us.
Anyway. Can you see me all right?
Of course.
All right, let me ask you one more time. Are you going to talk to your son or what? But take a moment to think about it. And let me ask you something. What on earth are you afraid of at 80 years old? You're saying you're scared. Seriously, what could possibly frighten you at 80? You went through the Second World War.
I've been through it all.
So what's got you so scared?
Everything.
You went through World War II, but you're afraid to talk to your son.
She didn't make it through the war.
And what year was she born, by the way?
She was born in 47, right after the war.
I can't. Can't you just tell me what you want here yourself?
I don't need anything. I'm asking you, are you going to talk to your son or not?
Okay, I'll have a word with him.
Ah,
Okay, let me have a chat with him.
Let's...
you get that I'm recording our conversation, right? Let me ask you one more time. Do you give me permission to record and publish the conversation?
Nah, no need. I don't want to. I'm afraid.
Mom,
Woman, look, here he is.
he is here I am.
Do you see?
Mom, people are helping me. Why are you worried?
So, you can spot him, right?
I see.
Will you speak with him?
I don't want anyone recording me. This. You know how people live back where I'm from, right?
How is your life back home that you are afraid to talk to your son?
We're doing pretty well, you know?
So, you're afraid to chat with your own son?
Why do you want to record me anyway?
That's how I want it. These are the rules. Everyone who communicates must agree.
No.
She's scared out of her wits. Let me tell you exactly why.
I just love this stuff. I just love that moment when Russians start making excuses for their actions. It's quite something to witness.
I don't want any war with you guys, like, at all. We used to get along so well and were such good buddies.
Yes, by the way, I was baptized here. I know.
So why exactly did your little boy come here to kill us, huh?
And you're killing us.
We will kill you all for the rest of your lives.
All right, go ahead, go ahead. That's all.
All my life it's been like this.
Go ahead, make your excuses. Russian. Your mom is 80, right?
80.
Afraid to talk to her son for 80 years, how old is he? A mother who plans to call tomorrow because 8 decades have already passed is afraid to talk to her son who is in captivity. And here I am showing you like this, who is also already in his 50s. It's April 2025, and guess what? No electricity.
Oh, there was a storm, all right?
Yes, there was a hurricane.
Yes, the station that I built is 40 kilometers away from us.
By the way, do you know the word tradition? It's like some kind of supernatural word. POWs can, if they choose, address their countrymen about whether to go to war. If they don't wish to, they don't have to. Oh, and say hi to the FSB. FSB, time to get off your asses and do your job. You're just sitting there laughing it up. Well, the same thing will happen to you. Your own mothers will disown you.
My mother stopped talking to me. It's terrifying, and nobody should come here to wage war. You really shouldn't be firing rockets at cities, you know.
It's scary.
This is wrong?
It's your turn, dear subscribers. Like, subscribe, man, comment. Let's make it 10 words there. In 341 characters. I bless you all. That's all.
That's all.